Welcome back to the Fulfilled Female Entrepreneur Podcast. It's your host, Cassandra Rosa. I am a certified coach and healer and intuitive business coach. And the mission behind this podcast is to help you to create a fulfilling life and business. Today, I'm really excited to be sharing how to embrace the seasons of life and business. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm so excited to be here doing this recording here tonight. I am really excited to be talking about this topic of embracing the seasons in life and in business, as this is a topic that while I was having a very meditative kind of like bath today, it came forth as a topic to talk about. And in business and in life. So I have not prepared anything today. I just feel like I'm supposed to channel through some important stories and information for all of you that are listening and are watching. So with that being said, I'm going to get into this topic today and really help you to surrender into whatever season that you're going through in your life, in your business. So in life and in business, there can be seasons outside of the 4 seasons that exist, that we've been taught in school, in elementary school, with spring, summer, fall, and winter. But interestingly enough, there is this interconnectedness between the physical seasons and the seasons that happen in life and business. So we'll start with the spring. In spring is the time that you plant the seeds for the flowers that are meant to bloom and to grow, and the creations that are meant to unfold. This may be the dreaming phase of your life and your business when you're sitting in your garden and you're like, what is it that I should plant in this beautiful garden? Should I be planting roses, daisies, trees, whatever it may be? So that can kind of resemble what happens in life when you're having your now what moment of what am I going to do with my life? What's my career? What goals am I going to set for myself? In business, I know I want to create a business, but I don't know what that's going to look like. The question marks. And it really invites you to get into this dreaming phase and intention setting phase of what it is that you want to create in life. When I am mirroring this into my life, I had a huge now what moment. My first one that comes to mind, I wrote about my book, was in university when I was like, now what? What am I going to do with my life? I know I love psychology. I know I love helping people, but what is that going to mean for me in life? And it was a time where, it took a second. There was kind of like this hold back moment and introspection to go through life and what it was meant to unfold. Right. And that kind of happens because like spring happens right in May, and sometimes it's still a little bit cold. In Canada, sometimes our winters feel like they never end. And there is still that moment in the beginning of the spring where it's like this pause. Now what? What am I going to plan? And then setting the intentions and planting the seeds. And I had that. It was like 2013, 14 type of season of trying to figure out what it is I want to do with my life. And eventually it led me here to having this podcast mic here with me, this computer on this beautiful Wednesday night as I am recording this. So spring, seasons in life and business, figuring out what you want to plant, setting those intentions and planting the seeds, the ideas, the dreams, putting it out there, right? Maybe it's creating that Instagram page and creating your first post, and seeding what it is that you want to create. And in the spring, into the summer, you're also going to water your plants. You're going to water your creations. You're going to remain consistent. You're going to put yourself out there. You're going to dream and you're going to act. And it's an interesting phase because in this spring season, there's also this part that not a lot of us talk about, which is really about the trust and the patience for the bloom to happen, for the results, and in life, when you're starting to create your creations, there is this trust the process, a wait for the bloom moment. And I know when I started my business and, eventually it took me years to kind of figure out what it is that I wanted to do, like many of us, and it led me to life coaching. When I started my first offer and I put myself out there was crickets because there was this moment of understanding and clarity within and trust that needed to happen for the process. And luckily, soon after, momentum built and the bloom happened. So the summer is the bloom, the summer is the fun, the summer is the creations realized. This summer is the enjoying the sun and shining your light and being in this beautiful energy of sharing your gifts and receiving what you planted and planting what you sow. And for business, that may mean that you're in this momentous action of enrolling clients, and there's extra abundance entering your bank account so effortlessly and so easily and so fully, more than you ever could have imagined. All those manifestations are happening, and it's a dream, and it's so beautiful, and you're really embracing this season. And I know for me, I had a bunch of launches back to back that were like in this season that I had of business where it was all coming. It was so much fun. I just felt like I was shining my light, and I was launching a book, a podcast, a blog, multiple courses, Facebook group, all these things. There was so much creations being realized, and it was such like a beautiful season of life where it's like, oh, it's just like the summertime. Like you want the sun to always be out and shine and have beautiful weather, make beautiful memories with people that you love, and you never want the summer to end, right? So it's like such a beautiful season. And me, I'm a summer girl. I am a June baby. I love the summertime. I thrive in the sun. I love the beach. That is me. So creations realized will happen. And then with every season in life and in business, there is the fall, right? There are moments in which you can hustle hard and achieve all these beautiful things. And then for a lot of entrepreneurs, especially in their first year of business, towards the end, there may be a burnout phase of like the leaves start to dry and fall and things are unsteady for a moment. You take a moment to be like super introspective and allow the leaves to fall, allow the offers in your business that are no longer suited, let go of clients that are no longer aligned. This season of fall, where the leaves are falling off the trees. And this can mirror for you personally. There may be a season in which people in your life are no longer aligned or being letting go of. There can be a season of acknowledging the ways of being, the personality traits that you used to have, the habits that you have need to fall, right? So it's like this shedding process, this unlearning process, this clearing process, right? This clearing process and letting go of what is meant to let go. And I had that in 2021. I had a relationship that ended. I had some business things that got shifted. I had some programs that served their purpose, and I was ready to release. And it can be an interesting process of letting go. It's a lot of surrender. I'm getting chills talking about it. It's a lot of surrender, right? Letting your leaves fall off this beautiful tree that you created and bloomed. It looks so gorgeous and so beautiful, that shone bright, right? Letting those leaves go can be difficult. It can be a really difficult process. Letting go of the beliefs that are holding you back from your next season, your next bloom, that can be super uncomfortable. And I was in this season of fall for a while of like realignment, evolution, growth, letting go, and shedding. And, at first it's like, this is the part of entrepreneurship that they don't tell you about, of like when you're growing and elevating to your next level. And like a butterfly leaving the cocoon, it's like having that shedding moment. And in life, if you're on the highest of the highs, and sometimes there's a little bit of the dip in which you're supposed to do that introspection and you're supposed to let things go. It can feel dark, it can feel scary at moments, but just trust that there is another bloom that is coming. There's another season that's coming. There's a next level of evolution and growth, and it's essential to be able to let go and trust and surrender, deep, 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 deep surrender, right? That's one of the things in the past few years has been one of the biggest things to learn is the power of surrender, the power of letting go, the power of making room, the power of evolution and growth, right? Like I've gone through so many seasons of evolution and growth in my business. I started very goal setting focused. Then it became very productivity focused. Then it became very clarity focused. And now it's really about that harnessing that impact and that fulfillment and that next level of deepness and deepening. And from that place of letting go, there was this season of winter, of going inward, really deep healing, really deep understanding of what it is that you desire, what it is that you want going forward, who you are, um, who you choose to become and to embody, really getting into that feminine energy, really getting into that excitement and understanding and evolution and cocoon. And I have to admit, as much as like all the podcast stuff has been really out there and the blog stuff has been really out there, there was a season that I wasn't taking on extra and extra clients and not being so much in launch mode. I'm doing air quotes for everyone listening, because I wanted to give myself that spaciousness to have that deep evolution, growth, understanding, integration, embodiment, this next evolution of who I'm meant to be and who I am and who I choose to be in this next chapter and going forward. And this is the season that I have come out of. And, this is the season that I'm excited to step forward into my spring, into my next evolution and growth, because I've internalized, embodied, dreamed, and started to get into this season of planting the seeds for all what's meant to come in this next chapter, in this next decade of life. As I just turned 30, I did a little like birthday podcast episode. If you want to check that out, I shared some of my lessons, but that was like a very pivotal moment for me of this next decade and all that's to come with family life, with business life, of what I want this next decade to look like. And it was giving myself that spaciousness to really focus on being inward, journaling, dreaming, internalizing, integrating, embodying this woman that I'm meant to be in this next decade. So the fall and winter are things that we can resist in business. The fall and the winter are things that we can resist in life, of wanting to be put together and wanting to be in the summertime all the time. And it's really knowing that and trusting and surrendering that there is a season for everything in business, and not resisting the seasons because you want to be in the summer all the time. Not resisting the cold, not resisting that inwardness, right? Because the more that we acknowledge and embrace the seasons that we're in and give ourselves permission to go inward and evolve and embody and integrate, you will only shine brighter in the summertime. This also mirrors in my life, because I had lived in Mexico for 4 months in 2021. Love Mexico, love the sunshine, love the weather, of being in the South compared to here in Canada in the cold. And there was a part of me resisting, being here and the season and the moment in time and the space, physical space that I was in. And the more that I leaned in and surrendered to the process, the more I understood the importance of the chapter of being back here before I embark on the new journey in the coming years of making the move to somewhere in the South, where my soul has called me. So it's really trusting the seasons. Like if there's any take home message of this podcast, it's really trusting your seasons and not resisting it, really embracing it, and knowing that it will only allow you to step into your next level of evolution and growth in your life and your business and the being that you truly are. So if you're feeling yourself resisting and just wanting to be in the summertime season all all the time, it's really acknowledging and trusting and asking yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? What is this season trying to teach me? What are these setbacks, these obstacles, these moments in time trying to teach me? And how will this help me in the grand scheme of things for my evolution and growth? Because we are cyclical, we are human beings. As a woman, we follow a cycle. That's our inherent being. So it's really allowing ourselves to embrace the cycles of life. Um, at large and of business, and really allowing ourselves to embrace them, because they can happen for months, they can happen for years, or they can happen in the span of a week or a day or an hour of, oh man, I want to shine now. Okay, I need my winter introspective time. So trust the seasons, embrace the season of life and business, and know that it will always contribute to your highest and your very best good. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I'll upload a new video on Thursday. See you in the next one. Bye.